Hello all, welcome back to another video and welcome to Sammy G's World of Cinema. Today on the channel, guys, is going to be the latest episode of the Unwatched Shelf series. And my goodness, guys, this is the most amount of votes I have had inside an episode throughout the series. I've got, are you ready for this? 18 votes here. So honestly, guys, thank you so much for your contribution here. I couldn't have done this without you guys, and great to see you guys are enjoying this series and getting the audience involved. So yep, 18 votes. So this is going to be a very exciting episode. Considering this is the most amount of votes and only one title can be picked out of the hat. So first one we've got is Ray. This was voted by, let's have a look, see, Reggie and Ian. Thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate that. I'll take the slip out there as well. And yeah, I've got my banging B&M bag here today. We've got Graduation Day. Reggie, thank you very much, Reggie. Really do appreciate that. The Devil's Backbone. This was voted by my wonderful buddy, Tim. Love Tim. Fantastic guy. So yeah, Tim voted for The Devil's Backbone. Thank you very much, Tim. I'll just find a Blu-ray case to put that one in. I really need to come more prepared for these, don't I, guys? Lol. That's in that one. Good film, actually. I do really like that film, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. The Shipping News. This was voted by Ollie. Yeah, Ollie. That's great. Thank you, Ollie. Last Hellstorm. I've just watched The Cider House Rules recently, which I thought was great. So, yeah, looking forward to giving that one a watch. And let's have a look, see. We'll go for The Interview. So there's that one. Casualties of War. Thank you, Ollie, by the way. So Casualties of War. This was voted by Stuart and Tom 180. Thank you very much, chaps. Really do appreciate that. The Taking a Pelham 123. This was voted by my wonderful buddy Sai Robson. Thank you very much, Sai. Really do appreciate that. I don't think there's... No, we don't need to swap for another case here. We'll just go with that. But thank you very much, buddy. Really do appreciate that. Kingpin. This was voted by Jock and Market Bushman Blue. Thank you very much, lads. Really do appreciate that. Jason X. This was voted by Jordan, Movie Worm, Hills, and Kylo. Thank you very much, chaps. Just take the gubbins out of there. Jason X. Touch of Evil. This was voted by Kylo. Thank you very much, Kylo. Really do appreciate that. I'll take the gubbins out of there as well. Fracture. This was voted by Jordan. The Wrestler. This was voted by Tim and Craig. Thank you very much, guys. Swiss Army Man. This was voted by Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, does seem to be quite a popular one, that one, to be fair. Swiss Army Man. Euro Trip, of course, just as I recalled, was voted by Ash at Popcorn and Horror, and it was Angela won it. Yeah, Angela and Mark at Bushman Blue. So thank you very much, boys. Really do appreciate that, and I'll again find another case of that one. I've got some tidying up to do after this, guys. But it's gonna make the episode really exciting all the same. So yeah, like one of where is going to find out like one of where is going to find out today that which title will be chosen. So the Ghost was voted by Roy. Cheers, Roy. Ollie and Ian. Wicked Worlds, this was voted by Hills. Thank you very much, Hills. Again, I'll swap the case around. Cheers, Hills, for that. And, oh, that looks like it was about to timber then. Lol. And then Coneheads was voted by Ollie. Cheers, Ollie. Yeah, Ollie watched this for the first time recently. That looks like it's going to fall there, guys. 2 seconds. I'll just... Yeah. Oof. 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 That was intense, bro. Intense. Yeah, fuck it. Well, why not? We'll go for the Looking for Eric. The Score was voted by Ollie as well. And Sleepy Hollow, this was voted by, yeah, Tim. So thank you very much, Tim, for that. So, guys, thanks a million. That is awesomely kind of you guys to, like, get your votes in there. I'll just, again, swap this as well. It's in the Hunts case there. So, guys, wow, thanks a million. So, all the votes are now in this banging B&M bag. So, we're going to find out what title I'll be checking out here today on the channel. So, you know what to do, guys. Head over to the kitchen, grab yourself a cuppa or a beverage of your choice, or like, go to your nearby newsagent corner shop and, get a nice fizzy drink or something. And we're going to find out what title I'll be checking out here today on the channel. Come on, bring on the show. Bring on this Easter weekend, this bank holiday. Let's rock and roll. Let's go.
Blu-ray stacking up, yeah, the collection grows. Singing like nobody's watching, let the good times flow. Movies on repeat, yeah, he living that life. Great guy, big heart, yeah, he doing it right. Screen like glowing while the speakers bang. Sammy G vibing to the scenes and the frames. Love for the art, yeah, the passion stay true. From the first press play to the end credits roll.
So... good job I've got this banging B&M bag action because I've got a lot more titles, to be fair. Oh, guys, in case you're wondering, by the way, the TK Maxx bag left the building, unfortunately, so no longer with us. Left the building, it left the flat. So... The TK Maxx bag will return one day, guys, in kind of like, it'll be kind of reformed, resurrected, within a new form and a new TK Maxx bag. That was so weird to say that, but fuck it, why not? Why not, guys? It's the weekend. Keep this onto my lap. Just trying not to peep there. I am going to need to get a new TK Maxx bag, mind you. It's not the best, this bag, guys, unfortunately. But that TK Maxx bag, unfortunately, seen better days. So, shuffle them around. I'm going to say this bag everyday shuffling, and certainly wouldn't be on my watch because this bag's not the best. Wouldn't use this to go shopping with. So the title, and there can only be one title, is going to be, really try not to peep. It's going to be, shuffle them a bit more. And it's going to be, it is going to be Fracture. Okay, Fracture. Excellent. And Jordan, fair play, mate. Fracture is the film I'm going to be checking out here today on the channel, and I've heard very solid things about this. I think I discovered this through one day. It was when my brother, Chris, he put this film on, and I think he was watching it in the background or something, and he did have this film on. I remember he had the DVD, and I was quite interested by that. So that film I discovered through Chris all them years ago. I'm actually finally checking out myself in full. So first time I'm watching this actually for full on. So fair play, Jordan. Fracture is the film I'm going to be checking out here today on the channel. And what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm actually off to work today. So I thought I'd record this first part before I head to work, and then later this afternoon I'm going to put this film on and check this out here today on the channel, and I'll come back on camera and give you my brief review and thoughts on this film. So see you shortly. Right, so I just got back from watching Fracture. So this is starring Anthony Hopkins, Ryan Gosling, directed by Gregory Hoblit, who also directed Primal Fear with Primal Fear. I think that's starring what's his name? Richard Gere, I think it is. And this film's also starring Rosamund Pike. Yeah, Bob Gunson's in this. Cliff Curtis, Fiona Shaw, Billy Burke. Fracture. This is about a guy played by Anthony Hopkins who I think returns home one day from I think he's on holiday. He returns home and he suspects his wife is having an affair with this police officer. He then makes a plan to attempt to kill his wife. When he does, and when he attempts to murder his wife at his own home, he calls for the police force and the police to come up onto his doorstep and arrest him. And he's trying to sort of suspect information that there's, or see that someone that's close with the police force is associated and interlinked with his wife, and suspects that police officer may be having an affair with his wife. His wife is in a coma. It's Ted Crawford, the Anthony Hopkins name is, and then meanwhile a young attorney who has got a way of doing things, and kind of got his own tactics, his own kind of ways of doing things, that is very kind of a bit of an up and coming talent there as an attorney. But then little does he know, he's up against this sort of control freak sort of scenario with which lies around this character like Ted Crawford, who really wants to give I think it's William Beecham, Ryan Gosling's character's name, a piece of his mind, and then it's just a cat and mouse chase throughout the duration. As soon as Ryan Gosling, as this attorney, walks into the trial, there is evidence that is very much come to light. There's evidence that is denied, and Ryan Gosling wants to try all his might, go from heaven to road to really sort of catch out this guy, and like sort of watch him like a hawk. And he does that with all his might, for justice of his wife that there was an attempted murder. But also you get a bit of a side story there with this police officer who's suspected to have an affair with Ted Crawford's wife there. You've also got an interesting kind of side story where there's like kind of tracked down evidence within conversations between Ryan Gosling and Rosamund Pike there. So what's my thoughts of Fracture? Yeah, this was quite good actually, quite entertaining. Massive thank you actually to Jordan at Movie Worm for putting me onto this, recommending me to check this one out, because I've heard about this film for a while. But yeah, thanks to Jordan for requesting me to check this out. Yeah, quite an interesting psychological thriller. I've got to say, guys, I don't think this is going to have a lot of rewatchability. I will say that. And I did think it was a bit slow-paced at times. I think they probably could have just chewed the fat there with its runtime. Probably maybe trimmed it down like 10 minutes, but still not bad runtime, an hour and 50 minutes. But yeah, there was just some scenes that was a bit middle of the road, not a great deal going on. But I guess it still kept the suspense there for what's to happen next within this trial. The courtroom scenes were very interesting. Again, there's one scene quite early on in this courtroom where one guy, he flips and he really gives Anthony Hopkins a reaction he did not see coming from a mile off. And the anger and the tension there, I think that's kind of a bit of a sort of like, it's real to the knuckles sometimes when I find in these like courtroom settings where the acting really delivers there, but you've also got really great scripts and dialogue to carry that, because especially when there's an interesting like case surrounding this, and when you've got a top notch actors like Ryan Gosling and Anthony Hopkins involved, it makes it all the more engaging. Yeah, the conversation scenes between that police officer and Ryan Gosling was very interesting, on and off conversations. You can see there's a little bit of tension here and there that might come back in and out of the picture, and you see where that leads on to. Loved the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Rosamund Pike. Really interesting side story there, and that they had a really interesting like relationship, because they were in a relationship in this film. The scenes where Ryan Gosling is determined to catch out this guy and watch him like a hawk. He keeps going back and forth to checking on his wife, Anthony Hopkins' wife, for new evidence, but she's currently in a coma. There's one scene that had a bit of shock horror value to it, where one character takes the fall, and again, it really kind of puts a bit of a 180 and a bit of a spin for the remainder of the film there. So yeah, interesting film. Really enjoyed some of the colour grading, especially on that balcony with I think there was pink colour grading, green colour grading, and yeah, the Blu-ray transfer was pretty good, and I think with those colours as well, it did look a bit like a 4K at time. Obviously, I mainly got this obviously because it's the movie that matters, but sometimes, folks, it goes to show, you know, going into charity shops every now and then, it's all the worthwhile when you find a cheap and cheerful Blu-ray like this. And I got this in Bernardo's in Berwick at the tail end of December, and yeah, really glad I picked this one up. Anthony Hopkins steals the show in this, as you would expect. He's just such a sly fox in this film. He's very kind of vulgar. He's a bit of a horrible bastard in this film, but he plays it as cool as a cucumber in a sense that he's playing it very sly, but yet he's very kind of imitating. And yeah, that kind of does remind me a little bit like somewhat Paul Dano's The Riddler, where he's very kind of sat back and laid back, and he kind of knows some hidden truth there, and he's playing the role. It's for me to know and you to eventually find out. It's that sort of thing, and it brings out the anger and frustration in the opponent. Yeah, it's an enjoyable film, and yeah, a great ending. I've got to say the ending was badass in this, and leaves a bit of an open door for what could have happened after that ending as well. But yeah, did enjoy. I did quite like some of the music here and there. Had that 2000s edge about. So yeah, pretty good film, and again, good rivalry to the story. Interesting psychological thriller, which I did find a little bit slow paced at times. There was a couple of pacing issues here and there, but there was enough to keep me entertained throughout. And yeah, I thought it was a decent runtime, but I think with the duration, they could have choose the fact there, probably about 10 minutes off the duration there. But overall, decent film. Thanks to Jordan for recommending me to check this film out, and I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 because yeah, I can see myself returning to this one at some point in the future, and will be staying in the collection. So cheers, Jordan, because I did enjoy it. Did very much enjoy this one. But yeah, not going to be a rewatchable movie. And obviously, I think if I was going to look at films with Anthony Hopkins and Ryan Gosling from each of their filmographies, I think this would rank mid-tier, but still a decent watch. That is Fracture, and will be staying in the collection. Right, guys, now on to the stack of titles for episode 25 of the Unwatched Shelf series. Now, guys, so next week, I'm going to be quite busy. So Easter Sunday, I'm going back to my mum and dad's for a couple of days. I'm going away for a couple of nights for Easter. Tomorrow night, on Saturday, the 4th of April, Easter weekend. What better timing than this to see Echo and the Bunnymen on Easter weekend? So seeing them at Newcastle City Hall. Then I'm going back to Berwick to see my mum and dad on Sunday for a couple of nights. Spend some quality time with my mum and dad over the bank holiday weekend. And then Wednesday, Thursday and Friday next week, I am working. Then I'm in Sheffield. There might not be as many videos next week, come to think of it. Yeah, Saturday next week, I am in Sheffield. And then obviously I'm going to be into Sheffield on Sunday, then travelling back to Newcastle. So, come to think of it, guys, I'm going to be quite generous again here. I'm going to extend the deadline till, we'll go with a Monday. We haven't done a Monday for a while. And I'm going to go for Monday the 13th of April. So that's just over a week there for you guys to get 1 or 2 votes in from any of these titles that I'm about to show here, or any previous unwatched titles from any previous episodes, you're more than welcome to vote for revote for there. So first one is Harold and Kumar, Go to White Castle, The Gift, Immaculate, The Beast in the Cellar, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Night of the Creeps, Semi-Pro, Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, Bowfinger, The Godfather Coda Edition, and yeah, man, wow, what a way to give away what happens in the film there. But yeah, The Godfather Part 3, definitely maybe, same title as the Oasis album, which is absolutely banging. And the film Good Luck Chuck, which I know Ollie did watch recently and he really enjoyed. Island of Lost Souls, Orphan, Mad Max, The Road Warrior, because I don't think I've ever seen that. If I have, it's been a very, very long time. So, going to be like a first time watch, so I'll include that in there. Leaving Las Vegas, Hall Pass, Witness for the Prosecution, Mausoleum, Save the Green Planet, Wild Things, Days of Wine and Roses, The Last Emperor, Get Rich or Die Trying, the 50 Cent biopic. Oh, I bet that's going to be an awesome, awesome watch, that. Heaven's Gate, Boye, Stop Motion. Picked this one up recently, actually. I think it was in Gosford the other week. And then I picked this one in Gosford the other week as well. Welcome to Mooseport. So yeah, guys, those are majority of the titles, a couple of those others as well. Those are vast majority of titles for you guys to get 1 or 2 votes in, from any of these titles, for you guys to get 1 or 2 votes in for episode 25 of the Unwatched Shelf series. And the deadline is Monday the 13th of April. And any previous unwatched titles and any previous episodes, you're more than welcome to vote for or re-vote for there. So Save the Green Planet and Mausoleum is included in the stack as well. So yeah, guys, hope everyone enjoyed that, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Easter ahead. I am going to aim to do my top 10 favourite films of the 80s as my next video. I've just recorded my next DVD haul video as well. I have just recorded that the other day. And yeah, so good stuff. So yeah, guys, hope everyone has a wonderful bank holiday weekend, a wonderful Easter ahead. Yeah, I was at work today. Quite busy at work today, but busy good. It was definitely a Feel Good Friday indeed. Really did have a great time at work today, and great to see my work colleagues as well. And I wish them all a happy Easter as well, actually. And and also to my wonderful viewers, have a wonderful Easter, guys. Like I say, I'm off to see the mighty Echo and the Bunnymen for the first time at Newcastle City Hall tomorrow. Oh, I can't wait for that. Hopefully Ian McCulloch is in a pretty good mood. I'm sure he will be for tomorrow. And then, yeah, Easter Sunday, off to see the original, what am I going to see? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory on Easter Sunday. Then I'm going back to my parents for a couple of days for Easter. Gonna have chicken dinner. Gonna read more of my book as well. Watch some movies over the Easter period. And yeah, should be a fantastic weekend ahead. And of course, next week's going to be awesome as well. So yeah, I went to go and see Eyes Without a Face at Star and Shadows Cinema last night in Newcastle. Great seeing that on the big screen. I've booked to see the new film The Drama with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya in, and I don't know what else I've got coming up, actually. Oh, Amelie. I'm going to be going to see Amelie with my friend Joe at Tyneside Cinema next week. And lovely film. Love Amelie. Great to Gonna be great to revisit that again on the big screen. So take care, guys. Hope everyone has a wonderful Easter, and thanks so much, guys, for all of your continuous support on the channel. I really do appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Cheers for stopping by. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Take care, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Lights low, screen glow. Sammy G in the zone, let him know. Sammy G strolling in the shot like what's new. Steel cases shining, yeah, you know what to do. Another flick in his hand, yeah, it's coming back home. Shelf getting heavy, but the passion's full grown from classics to the wild new scenes. Director's cut life, yeah, he living them dreams. No dust on the vision, just loving the frame. Every movie got a memory, every memory got a name. He don't chase clout, he chased that art. Cinema running deep, straight part of the heart. Press play, let the world fade out. Singing every word like nobody's watching now.